Hey there guys, and welcome back to Pokemon Platinum. In the last episode, we caught a Starly and added it to the team. And we're in Jubilife City now, looking for our rival. Ran into some crazy police officer guy who was not all there. So first of all, we will heal up Turtwig and Starly. And then we'll go and look for the dumbass rival. And what do you want? Nothing interesting. You. Why do all these NPCs... almost none of them have anything interesting to say? Yes, check the PC, yada yada yada. Don't care. Anyway, let's see. The rival was in the trainer's school, said the girl. Yep, there he is. Ooh, item ball. Oh, you wrote an essay in your notebook? Oh, let me read it. I love reading essays. What is this? An X attack. Ah, that's absolutely useless. I never ever use those things, I just sell them for pocket change. Pokemon caught, Pokemon yada yada yada. Well, that's one hell of an essay. I wonder what grade you got for that. And what does he want? Pokemon types. Oh, wait, good for you. You know 3 type advantages. That's only like 60 more to go. Anyway, I didn't know there were people in here that wanted to battle you, so, well, why the hell not? Experience is experience. Maybe it's something Starly can actually defeat by itself. A Bidoof? Ah, crap. That's gonna be challenging. Come on, Starly. We believe in you. You're not as useless as you seem to be. Oh, no. That is definitely a losing battle. That is not gonna end up well for Starly. Nope. Have to get him out of there. Better leave this up to Turtwig, the muscle of the group so far. Alright, go get him, boy. Your crazy twig on your head. It's actually pretty funny. When, like, all the Diamond and Pearl Pokemon were revealed with, like, nothing but their Japanese names, I actually predicted Turtwig correctly. Guess it was just that obvious of a name. I mean, it's a turtle. It's got a twig on its head. Turtwig. It actually ended up being Turtwig. So yeah, that's pretty convenient. Also, Starly learned Quick Attack, so yay! I don't think it might be stronger than Tackle. I remember Tackle getting a power boost in, I think, Generation 5 or something. But I think it's still weaker than Quick Attack in this generation. Anyway, a Starly, level 6. Yeah, let's just leave that up to Turtwig as well. Especially because Starly is not in any sort of fighting shape right now. Turtwig isn't at full health. Oh crap. That might be a problem. Quick attack. Come on, Turtwig, show your amazing defense. Nice. That's even with a +1 attack boost. Not bad, Turtwig. I like you. You're good. Strong offensively, strong defensively. He's kinda slow, but who cares about speed when you can just tank any hit and deal massive damage in return? That's what Turtwig does best. Alright, that went well. Turtwig gets to go to level 9, Starly level 6. We're getting there. Soon Starly will be able to fight his own fights. And does Turtwig learn Rage Leaf now? Absorb? Huh. So when does Turtwig learn Rage Leaf then? Could have sworn it was at level 8 or 9. Well, crap, Absorb is absolutely awful. It only has like 20 base power, and it makes use of special attack, which is not really Turtwig's strong suit. He's more of a physical attacker. Yes, that is one change that I have not mentioned yet. In previous Pokemon games, including Pokemon Ruby, which I have covered on the channel earlier, the moves were pretty much either physical or special depending on the type they were. If you used a fire move, it would always come from your special attack. If you use a flying move, it would always come from your physical attack. Yada yada yada. It made it kinda difficult for some Pokemon to be effective. For example, Kingler. Kingler has a pretty amazing attack stat, but all water moves were special up until this generation. So Kingler could not use water moves effectively, which means that no one really bothered with using Kingler. Some other Pokemon are in a similar situation, like Gyarados and Flareon, though no one used Flareon either. But yeah, in this generation, they introduced the physical special split, which basically gave Pokemon an option of using a move of their own type pretty much at all times. For example, Razor Leaf was special because it's a grass move in the previous generations, but in this generation it's physical. Because, you know, there are also grass Pokemon with high physical attack, and they should at least get the right to use grass moves as well. So yeah, that was pretty good for... I can't really think of any Pokemon that didn't profit from this change. It's just pretty much good for all Pokemon. No, wait, I can't actually think of one that did not really like it that much. And that would be Alakazam. Because Alakazam in the previous generation could learn Fire Punch, Ice Punch, and Thunder Punch, which were all special moves. And I think Alakazam pretty much relied on those for the majority of his coverage. But in this generation they're physical because of their punching moves. So Alakazam can still learn those, but Alakazam's attack is so pitiful that it's not even worth using physical moves on Alakazam. So Alakazam did lose some stuff. But again, Alakazam is strong enough by himself. Amazingly fast, one of the highest special attack stats in the entire game. Alakazam was pretty much the second most broken Pokemon in Red and Blue. So Alakazam does not need any more compensation. Anyway, right now they have us running around talking to clowns, getting coupons for incredibly simple questions. Oh, Pokeball in between the houses. A potion. Kids do not pick up strange potions that you find in alleyways though. They are most likely not something that will be good for you. And yeah, we have 3 coupons, now we get the Pokemon Watch, which is kind of this generation's gimmick item. Pretty much it appears on the touchscreen of the DS, which you will not be able to see, and it includes such handy things as a calculator. I don't know when you're gonna need a calculator when you're playing Pokemon, but whatever. I think like a step counter or something, and a map to track where you plant your berries, and all sorts of other things like that. An egg timer. Not sure why the hell you'd need an egg timer when you're playing Pokemon either, but it's there in case you need it. And lots of other interesting things that you really don't ever need to use in the game, so there's really no point in you not being able to see it. Anyway, Rival wants to fight again, so I'll gladly whoop his ass for him, if he insists. Alright, he has 2 Pokemon now. Aw, come on, he also has a star. Oh crap, it's stronger than mine. Might be a problem. Come on, Starly, use Quick Attack. Oh, mine's faster. Or he's just not using Quick Attack. Oh, I guess mine is faster despite his being 1 level higher than mine. And mine doesn't even have a speed boosting nature. Maybe it has good IVs in speed or something. Ah, crap, Growl. Why? Why do you feel like using Growl? Alright, Quick Attack again. Gotta love priority moves. Alright. Yeah, I should be able to win. Oh crap, it's a speed tie. No. Oh, nice. Nice. The game always decides to screw me over at the worst moments, but I hang in barely. Freaking speed tie. Of course, he wins the speed tie when he's almost capable of KOing me. Anyway, level 7. No new moves yet, but geez, there was a lot of experience. And Chimchar. Starly's not in any sort of fighting shape, so let's leave that up to Turtwig. Let's see what level is his Chimchar. It is level 9. Crap, that might mean that it knows Ember. So that might be a problem. For some reason he's going for Leer, I'm not exactly sure why. But works for me as soon as I can get some damage in. Leer again. Hello, I do believe you have a super effective fire move that you can use on me. The AI is so stupid. Leer again. Okay, either he's just gonna pull out a critical hit Scratch next turn and 1-hit KO me or something, or he has no idea what he's doing. I'm inclined to say the second. Okay, only 2 more tackles unless I get a critical hit right here. Come on, critical hit. Of course not. And... really? You have Scratch. I'm pretty sure you have Ember. For some reason, you use nothing but Leer. What the hell? Oh, now I get that critical hit. Thanks a lot, Turtwig. As convenient as always. Get to level 10? Yes, he does. Nice. Alright, we have... Ooh, attack plus 3. Not bad. His attack is really growing. He'll be able to whoop anything's ass soon. What do you mean a loss? Well, that's what you get if you use non-offensive moves all the time. Dumbass. Yeah, you really need to toughen up if you're gonna fight a freaking gym leader. Anyway, go back to the Pokemon Center to heal up. And then we will have to go to the right from here, because that is the way to the first gym. Jubilife City is kind of like a crossroads. You can go in 3 different directions, well 4 actually. If you go south, you go back to the starting town. To go right, you go to Oreburgh City, which is where the first gym is. If you go left, you go to Canalave City, which is where the 6th gym is. But you can't go there yet if you don't have Surf, which we don't. And if you go north, you go towards Eterna City, which is where the 2nd gym is. So first we have to go right to the first gym, and then go back to Jubilife City, then go up to the 2nd gym. I guess it's a little nicer than some of the more linear regions. Then again, I don't think any region has really been all that linear. I mean, hell, even in Red and Blue, you had plenty of options of how you wanted to go around the world. Not really at the start so much, but I think you could go to Fuchsia City in like 2 different ways, down the cycling road and down the east road. And you could pretty much skip Saffron City until like way late in the game. So Red and Blue wasn't really that linear. Gold and Silver, maybe. I remember those being fairly linear. Anyway, stupid Kricketot again. Using nothing but Bide. Or Growl, works for me. At least Kricketot has no offensive option, so you can pretty much have anything beat up on Kricketot, no matter how quote-unquote strong it is. 81 experience, not bad. Level 8. Can we finally get a flying move up in here? Peck or something? Gust? I'll take anything. Well, not really Gust. Gust is a special move, and Starly specializes in physical attacks, like Turtwig. Anyway, up next is a Zubat. Now, Starly did get hit by Growl a couple times, and it's a really weak Zubat anyway. Ah, crap. That might be super effective. Yeah, it's a bug move. Ah, that is simply pathetic. Well, Leech Life is a weak as hell move. I think it has like 30 base power, maybe even less. And Zubat doesn't get stab on it, so that doesn't help either. It's 4 levels lower than my Turtwig. I can see why it's really weak. Ah yes, your Leech Life again. For all I care, I can miss those 2 health points. And that's not gonna save him from my next attack anyway. Tackle, bam, Zubat dead. That's what I don't like about Zubat. It's really not all that strong, and just all the moves it gets when it's at a low level are just horrible. I think it gets Astonish, which is a ghost move with only 20 base power, which is ridiculously low. Leech Life is not really very good. Supersonic is inaccurate as hell. What else does it get? I'm not sure when it gets Confuse Ray. I think that's at a fairly low level. That's pretty much Supersonic, but with 100% accuracy. And Wing Attack. I'm pretty sure it gets Wing Attack like as soon as it evolves into Golbat. Oh, it might get Bite somewhere as a Zubat. I'm not entirely sure about that. Bite is probably the best move a Zubat can get before evolving, which is really quite pitiful. It gets no flying moves, no poison moves, pretty much nothing it can effectively use. And add on to that it appears in every cave and way too often, and then you see why every Pokemon trainer hates Zubat's guts. Let's go battle this guy. Oh, he has a Shinx. Gotta love it when the trainer tells you what Pokemon they have beforehand. Okay, only a Shinx. Level 8. Does Shinx have an electric move at level 8? I don't think it does. So, I'll just use Starly. And it's a Shinx that doesn't have Intimidate, so that's good. Probably has Rivalry then. Might be a little bit of a problem, but not if I can kill him before he even has a chance to attack me. Tackle, oh boy. For those of you who are interested in the rivalry ability, I think it makes your moves stronger if you're fighting a Pokemon of the same gender, but it weakens your moves if you're fighting a Pokemon of a different gender. It's not a very good ability, which is why pretty much no one uses it. Oh, Wing Attack, nice. I thought I'd learn Peck first, but I will happily take Wing Attack. I'll get rid of Growl, because why would I use that if I can just attack with super strong Wing Attack? That is a very good move this early in the game. 60 base power. Plus, it's a flying move, so when Starly uses it, it gets stronger automatically. So Starly is going to be wrecking shit from now on, I'm guessing. Alright, what do you have? Only one Pokemon. It is a Machop. Perfect. Perfect timing for me to learn a flying move. Because flying is super effective against the fighting type Machop. Even though Machop's defenses are not that bad. See, he lives it barely. Leer, why do they all use non-offensive moves? Why does the game go easy mode on me? Anyway, so much for the Machop. Probably gonna get me some decent experience points though. Level 10? Yes, level 10. Nice. Starly's pretty much overtaking Turtwig in a rapid pace here. I guess it means I'm not ready for the gym challenge yet. Well, your Machop would probably be pretty helpful against the first gym leader because it is a rock-type gym leader. Oh crap, I thought she didn't battle you. Oh well, Starly's on a roll, so let's just bring it on. Oh, 4 Pokemon. A Bidoof. Of course there's a Bidoof. That's one thing I liked about Pokemon X and Y. There are so many Pokemon in the regional decks of X and Y that you pretty much never ever run into a trainer that has the same Pokemon. Like, they pretty much all have different ones because there's like 450 Pokemon in that region dex or something. So I like that. In this game there is... I think the regional dex holds about just over 200. So you will be running into repeated Pokemon over and over and over again. Because like a handful of those 200 plus are legendaries, which of course no trainer will use. So that pretty much diminishes the number of Pokemon that you're gonna see in game. Budew. Oh, that's a new one. Yeah, I'll leave it up to Turtwig. Budew, a grass and poison Pokemon. However, it is not at all strong. See? And it's only level 4 for some reason. Oh yeah, boost your own special attack. Go right ahead. What are you gonna do? Absorb me to death? Which I'm gonna do to you. See, I used Absorb at least once before I'm gonna replace it with Razor Leaf somewhere down the line. There we go, that's how Absorb works. And it even managed to knock him out, despite Budew being 4 times resistant to that. Because grass resists grass and poison resists grass. Ooh, Abra. I'm pretty sure Abra knows nothing but Teleport though, so like Kricketot, that's another easy Pokemon for you to beat up on. Tackle. 1 tackle should do it. Yup, level 4, that is just pitiful. Your Pokemon are probably at least level 10 at this point, so level 4 is just insulting. You're finished so soon. That's what she said. However, if she says that, it's not really a good thing. She's probably also a battling trainer. We have an item ball over here. A Repel. Huh. That's better than an X attack or something. I'll take it. And what do we have here? Ah, come on. Freaking stupid Bidoof. Or Shinx. Whatever. I'm not gonna catch you, Shinx, because I don't like you. And I used a Luxray in my original Pearl playthrough. So I don't feel like using one again. And an X Defend. Crap. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of Pokemon Platinum. Bye-bye.